British GQ did an interview with Idris Elba, who doesn't want a woke James Bond. What? Here it is from their X account here. And there's Idris Elba in a trunk of a car. Okay, that's art.
Not looking completely gay, at least.
Yeah. Here's the quote. Badger, if you would.
Bond is so unrealistic, so a hint of reality is good. But let's not try and make it woke. I think you've got to be pure to what it is, escapism. Don't try and answer the world's taste. Just be Bond. And just real quick, because I was thinking about it, I don't even think Duncan was just like a race swap because they needed black people. I think he was the only, like, of all the cast, he's the only one with a bankable name. They're sure as hell not going to advertise it with Jared Leto. But yeah, sorry. Continue.
Cancel this man for what he said.
Well, but look, I love that. Don't try and answer the world's taste. Just be Bond. Yeah, it's so simple. It's so simple. What do you guys think of this quote? And how do you think Amazon will screw up Bond?
Completely.
I mean, we talk about Bond a lot. Like, we want, obviously, who is going to be Bond? They're going for a younger Bond. Are they? Look, you can fix this very easily. Make it a period piece set in the 60s. You know, Spider Noir works in many ways because it is a period piece. It's an alternate, you know, history period piece post World War I in the 30s. I liked Spider Noir. I especially like Nick Cage. I like him at full Nick Cage, which he always is. Everything is at 10. But how are they going to make good one, Tom? How are they going to make James Bond now? What do you think of Idris's comment?
Yeah, so something that needs to be kept in mind is that Amazon is, like, obviously, yes, they're competing in Hollywood, they're competing for entertainment. Okay, that's one thing. They're competing for streaming. Okay, that's fine. But something that Amazon has recognized first, before I think really almost anybody, is that they need to capture Gen Alpha. They need to get the kids because everybody else is aging out. And kids today are not interested in major franchises like they once were before. You know, they're interested in 80s stuff. Kids today like the 80s stuff, but those are the kids that grew up on Stranger Things. The kids, the Gen Alpha, even younger than them, don't have the connections to Star Wars and Bond and He-Man and literally anything else. So just be prepared that whatever Amazon is going to do with James Bond, and I think that they're going to attempt to get close to source material. I could be wrong. I'll admit if I'm wrong. I think they're going to be close, but they are going to attempt to cater this specifically to kids. And take that with how you will, but that's what this is going to be. It's going to be catered to capture kids. And
we're talking about James Bond, right?
I am talking about James Bond, yeah, because I'm not saying it's going to be a kids movie. I'm going to say I'm saying it's going to be designed in which to try to appeal to get kids to go see it, to make kids interested in seeing it. I'm not talking about I'm saying like 13-year-olds. You know, the kids that are going through high school now.
Yeah.
Because right now the major franchises, there is no capture on the major franchises with like adults anymore. It's all changed.
I mean, if you feminize Bond a little bit and make him all younger in Metro, I'm sure that all these kids will get into him.
Yeah, like what form does that take when they're trying to capture Gen Alpha? What form are you thinking that this takes?
Yeah. So right now, literally, they just released a video game. It's called 007 First Light. And it's a rated T game. It is angled towards the youth. Some people love it. A lot of the Legacy fans hate it. I'm learning about that.
Legacy fans that likes it, still playing it.
How do you do Bond as T rated?
Oh, some of the older, a lot of the James Bond games have actually been rated T for teen. But like, here's a Bond game. There's no blood in it.
Oh, okay.
There's no blood
with all the guns and stuff. How can you do that?
But yeah, like, so there's just no blood.
Is he womanizing in the game? Is he a womanizer?
Yes. You see, that's what I don't understand. And I'll let Badger take over. But yeah, like I've played almost all of it, and I thought it was pretty good. I didn't hate it.
Amazon is all over the place, so they could just as easily do all the horrible things we want. But the game is actually what got me less afraid of just doing a young Bond, James turning into 007. I think it's a super interesting setup to beginning the game, and if they do anything close to this. And Patrick Gibson, who I loved in the OA, is who actually voices Bond. Basically, we start in a world where the 00 program has been shuttered for like a decade. When we open the story, James Bond is just an air crewman on a helicopter taking like an SAS Special Forces to investigate an island that has some. Anyway, basically, everyone dies except for him. He lives. MI6 hacks his comm and was like, well, we just need you to do some reconnaissance for us. And he does that. But when he realizes that there's hostages, he ignores them and he saves everyone. It just shows his natural, and it gets him put. And then the main lady that everyone was upset about, the Brown M, is like the only one that believes in Bond and wants to reactivate the 00 program, because you find out that MI6 has this like quantum computer, and she still like basically it's like a big fuck you to AI. She says, I still think we need people with human intuition and heart, which is personified by Bond. He bangs the secretary within like the first cutscenes of the game. There's a way to do it.
You're selling me on this,
This
sounds great, man.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean,
there's a lot of people that hate on this game. Like I talked about, I'm like, I really like it. I think they're doing a good job of reintroduce. It's. I think I explained it poorly. They need to reintroduce Bond to people who've never met him before. That's what I mean.
Wasn't that what
I think does a good job.
Wasn't that what the Craig series was kind of doing though? I mean, I get it now. That's almost a decade in. We just finished that though.
Yeah,
but, I mean, because that's one thing I will say about Bond is he's never really been out of the, like it's unlike Motu, where like I said they haven't done shit with him for 25 years. Bond is constantly doing so. And I remember when Amazon first did what they did here, they paid out the $1 billion just to get rid of the broccolis and the other problems. So at first I'm kind of like, well, that's not a bad idea, because that's the thing is it feels like they're holding this franchise back, if anything. Because why are we not getting more and more Bond stuff?
Like, Daniel Craig was like an end cap, it seems like, to all of it. And so it would make sense to me to start over, and then you get like another decade plus out of a younger actor, a whole character arc of his first mission, his training, becoming Bond, honing it, turning into 00. Now, whether he can do that in 2026 or 2027 is a whole separate issue. But the game showed it can be done. Chrysidia, you guys, if you know, his counterpart is basically like he's got like a very Batman Catwoman dynamic with her. It can be done, and it would get a newer generation, and it could last a real long time. The question is, will they go that route?
So is the game and I guess the casting is going to be a younger Bond, right? That's what they're going with.
He's like 27 or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's what you're saying is like, how do you get young people back? You cast a young Bond, all right? You go in there, it's somewhere in his 20s, all right? And then you have the video game, which obviously is where kids are with, any type of entertainment. They're watching or playing video games. That's pretty much how you get it back to the young audiences. You just start with a young James Bond. I like it. I think this is actually a smart idea.
I don't know, man. I think
as long as he's not woke, as long as it's just a normal James Bond, I think we good.
Who gives a shit? Just young people can watch older Bond movies now. Like you got, the whole collection, of these. You can go through Bond eras. Some people like Connery, some people Roger Moore. You got your different eras of Bond. That's okay. That's cool. But you can discover it now. I say you don't break the formula. I don't know. I think trying to appeal to a younger audience. It's
they've been modernizing Bond for 50 years, 60 years now. Why don't they do what Chris said? Because I'm in full agreement with that. At this point, you got to Indiana Jones this thing. You basically got to take him back to the 60s and you leave him there. You never let him leave the 60s. That's it. Never again.
It's a period. Make it a period film, like Spider Noir, or like something. Make it period in the 60s, and then you've got he can be as big a jerk to women as he wants, because that's that was the thing, and it's all right.
I just want old man Bond with Pierce Brosnan. You could do 3 movies of that right there, and it would make $1 billion each one.
Look at Mobland. Oh, look at Mobland. He's so good. He is so good in that. Yeah, old man Bond.
Old man Bond would sell.
That would be so good.
Can I just say, because someone said you can't do a rookie Bond, that's been tried now with Craig. I mean, Casino Royale is based on the book. So it was just following
I
source
never
material.
understood
But
that anyway. But yeah,
part of the allure of that game and the dynamic is that he is already kind of fully formed. That's the thing, is they keep ignoring and not listening to him, and he keeps being proven right in his instincts, and it's very, I don't know, it's very, very compelling. I agree they should just do period pieces, but if you're going to do it, especially with the contemporary stuff of humans retaining their autonomy with a AI overlord, it can be done. The question is, will they do that? Probably not.